My name is Luke Monington, and today we're going to be talking about what needs to be done in order to get that next breakthrough in natural language processing. Natural language processing, NLP for short, is defined as a branch of AI that is focused on creating systems that can read or generate human language. In order to get that next breakthrough in NLP, we will most likely need to completely rethink the way we approach our goals and benchmarks for AI comprehension. These last 5 years, we've seen steady incremental improvements in the ability of NLP systems to be able to read and understand text. We test them by giving them datasets consisting of thousands of questions accompanied by the associated passages containing the answer. Each new development continues to inch the scores closer and closer to 100%. As a result of this, we've been creating new datasets with even harder questions to answer, and researchers have been coming out with even bigger neural networks that post impressive scores. But essentially what they're doing is they're just tweaking the models in order to get a few extra percentage points in accuracy. They're just chasing the leaderboard, and doing so does not necessarily bring us closer to handling the NLP challenges of the future. We'd eventually want our models to have the ability to perform much more sophisticated behaviors, such as acting as a legal tool to help people analyze their predicaments, or as a research assistant that can synthesize information from the web, or even as a robot that can carry out detailed instructions. Today's models aren't even close to having the level of comprehension that would be required to perform those tasks. The reality of our current situation is that there's a massive gap between on-paper evaluations and real-world ability. The main reason for this is that neural networks of today lack a mental model of the world. They lack the ability to build a detailed representation of entities, locations, events, and their relationships. On the other hand, when a human reads a passage, they would build a mental model which would allow them to fill in missing details, extrapolate a scene forward or backward, and even hypothesize about alternatives. That is the main challenge that we're facing today. So we need new ways of creating an AI that can build mental models of the world, but we also need new methods of testing how robust that mental model is. We need to shift the way that we evaluate AI in order to test the AI's comprehension. One group that is beginning to tackle this question is the company called Cognition. A link to their website is in the description. David Ferrucci, who is the CEO of Elemental Cognition, proposed a 4-point template for testing the ability of an AI to understand stories. The first is spatial. Where is everything located and how is it positioned throughout the story? The second is temporal. What events occur and when? The third is causal. How do events lead to other events? The fourth is motivational. Why do the characters decide to take the actions they take? These NLP advancements may not make as many headlines, but they have the potential to be the next breakthrough in natural language processing.